All right, guys, I just got done with a 12-hour shift at the hospital, and I don't have time to take a nap or anything. I have 3 jobs lined up. It's time to hustle, grind, and get to work. I'll show you on my setup real quick before I get started and walk y'all through these 3 jobs real quick. So I did upgrade from the last couple of jobs I did. If y'all have seen Spencer, or what's it, Spencer Clays, I think his name. Y'all seen him do this setup on here. So I won't walk y'all through this. I'm eventually going to run this inside the pipe, but I don't right now. I just didn't have time because I literally set this up yesterday. He cuts it and puts it in. He has a hard time keeping that pipe at the bottom. It's like 5 feet long. I think I got it for $13 off Amazon. Well, it stays coiled up at the very bottom, so it's flat on the bottom, so I don't have to worry about it picking up and not picking up the solution. Got my battery over here hooked up. Not yet, actually. Got my hose. Got this set up. My janky hose reel. I'll show you that in a minute. I did get this yesterday. I hooked this up really quick. I'm just taking all my hose reels from the yard that I have and using them because I don't want to spend all this time. I think this is the garden hose adapter, and then this is just a quick connect to it so that I can hook up my gun to it when I spray. I have this at 5%, so these I'll be able to pull out. I've got them strapped. Like, don't be too proud, boys. She's strapped so she don't move. Got another strap here, and I'll show you how I pull these out and kind of set up. But yeah, I got everything ready, and I got to go a long way. I gotta go right there. I'm doing my neighbor's house. A good thing about your neighbors, I gave him the discounted price. Normally for his, it's a 3-port garage. I'm doing the front porch, the side, the walkway, the driveway, the sidewalks, and the curb. Normally I'd easily charge him $250, but since it's neighbor and you want to build some confidence, do your neighbor's yards and do it for free or do it for discounted price. I did my other neighbors. I did his. I did everything that I just said, but I did for him. I did his for $100. This is a much smaller driveway. So normally, like I said, for his, I would easily charge him $250. I wouldn't think twice about it. One of the jobs I'm doing today, their driveway is smaller than this one. And I said $250 and they immediately said yes. So don't be scared to price a little bit more. Once you start getting a little bit more confident, you can start, or at least for me, I'm starting to not mind asking a little bit more. If they say no, they say no. But you don't want to underprice yourself because otherwise you are just shorting yourself of money that can be made on the table. So, all right, let's get started. Put my cone out. So I always start off with the curbs. You can see how dirty the curbs are. I start off with the curbs because if you do all your other stuff and then come back and do your curbs, you literally get everything that you just cleaned dirty. So I start with these because they're always very dirty. So just a little piece of information. She might be janky, but she worked good. Gonna pull to my furthest point so I know I got enough. And I should reach the property line over here. But we'll check just in case. And this is what a 100-foot hose, that's what the difference it makes. I don't have to move my pressure washer because I've got enough hose to leave it there, which saves me a bunch of time. All right, so I got my soft wash going. What I just figured out was I had to turn everything off because water was still shooting out the end of there, so I need another gun so I don't have to turn that off because water was still just running out. So we'll start here because it's a low spot. I can tell I'll surface clean there first, but get the air out. And here we go, boys. So yeah, I've got to get another gun real quick so that I don't have to shut anything off. I can just turn everything down, keep going. So here's my post-treatment. I need 2 hands. So I think the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to upgrade to the 18-inch Surface Max. I know they say 1 gallon per 4 inches, and I'm 4.2 gallons per minute. But I'll move so much quicker with that one. I think that's going to be my next upgrade. I was going to buy some cranks and some reels, but I think for efficiency's sake, that is going to be my next upgrade. I'll be buying that probably within the next day. So yeah, I could be a lot quicker. You can see how big this driveway is. So it takes up a lot more time. Y'all want to see the finished up? Put a post treatment on it. Once it dries out, it's gonna look nice. It's that low spot I couldn't get all the water. See where it's already starting to dry. Let me show you the quickest way to lose the money you just made. When you don't realize that your surface cleaner is too strong for brick. And you literally start taking the grout away. So you can see it's like leveling flat over here, and you can see where it took it out. I didn't realize it. So whatever you do, don't use it on grout or on your brick. If you do, just use the wand and hold it up high. In the end, my neighbor didn't care and gave me the money. Yeah, just
don't do that.
No, not to make that mistake.
Shucks. Here's it's dry. I actually didn't get to that third job. A slap wore out. She said I could come a different time. After working a 12-hour shift and then 2 jobs, it's like 106 degrees here with heat index. Looks good, except for the mess up I made. Also realized I gotta get the right nozzle, because otherwise, got 5 gallons a minute. The pressure washer nozzle that I have on there, it will blaze through it. I'm talking about, goes through it so fast. Also, the cheap little hose that goes on here, that goes from that to this. That connects to here. Make sure you have a good hose. I probably leaked out 3 to 4 gallons when I was spraying earlier. Before I even realized it was out, I looked down and it was all over the road. So the road will be nice and clean. So yeah, make sure you don't do that either. And like I said, I'm gonna have to get a totally different sprayer, because I mean, I just blazed through probably. We lose money quick, boys. We lose money quick. Well, let's go to the second job. Let's see how I can lose money or mess something up there. All right, boys. Job number 2, putting everything down.
So I got my regular just sprayer nozzle from the house, so I could spray a pre-treatment and post-treatment without having to shut my pressure washer off. So I just turned it down, started spraying with this, which slowed down my spray a little bit. It was much more efficient because I didn't have to shut everything down because the water would keep running. So that's what I used.
That's how I spray the back. Pretty good. This good thing is I can kind of control how much comes out with the thumb too.
So be careful when you are pressure washing, because I realized I was starting to etch the concrete. I picked up on that real quick because not was it just dirt flowing, it was like the same color as the concrete flowing down. And that's when I was like, holy crap, let me turn this down. So once I turned it down, there was only dirt flowing. So be mindful of that. Because this thing is powerful. I'll have to show you a video where it'll just float in the air when I hold the other end. So yeah, be careful of that. So here's me doing their back patio as well. Guys, make sure that you have O-rings, because I had the O-ring go out on the end of my wand, and had I not had a replacements for it, I would have been down, stuck, and done until I got more. So make sure that you have O-rings for both your 3/8 and your quarter, because that is a lifesaver right there. That's a big one.
All right, boys, well, here's another one done. That's what it did look like. It looks like now, still a little wet in places, hasn't fully dried, but the curbs always make it pop. I also did the back deck. Show you what I mean by the curb. See that line? Maybe it's a douchebag maneuver, I don't know.